Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Good Evening KU. Today, we're talking about fall break.
Yes, and first of all, I'm Evan Habits.
Oh, I'm Courtney Poston.
And thank you for being with us here today. So we had fall break last week, and I gotta say, it was pretty relaxing.
It was way too short, though.
For sure. So for the crew, there was tons of things that everyone did. Anna, she went home and saw her family in Wichita. And Anthony, he decided to relax, stay home, take a break, and just study.
Do some catching up on schoolwork, I guess. Isabel, she worked at a store called Express in Overland Park. This is her Be Real. It looked like she was super busy. She said she worked 34 hours. That had to have been a good paycheck.
Oh, for sure.
Hannah, she went to Chicago, back home, to see Harry Styles. She said that was a cool concert to be at.
Absolutely. Emma, who unfortunately right now went to Marshall's and bought a yellow jacket as well as to match her yellow coat, or what looks like a sweatshirt, I would say, right? as well as her yellow glasses. Emma, she right now is dealing with COVID, but before that hit her, she got to go to college game day, which was a 1 in a million opportunity.
Yeah, super fun and exciting.
For sure.
Matthew also worked game day. He was running around with cameras and lights and doing lots of professional stuff. Looked like very exciting times. William also worked at game day, but he did it for the the newspaper, and worked the audio board.
And then Caden went to a fall festival at Gary Berry's farm here right outside of Topeka. And then Hannah also just stayed home, went to a local town in Newton, Kansas, and just hung out with her family.
Rebecca didn't get to have too much of an exciting break because she was sick for the whole time and had to take lots of medication. And then Nolan got to see his girlfriend, Christina. It looked like they had so much fun together.
For sure. And then what about you? What did you do for
I
break?
also got to see, George went to Vegas, and he looked like he had so much fun there.
And then what did you do for a break?
I got to see my boyfriend. He lives in Chicago, so we're doing long distance. That was so fun.
Fun. For me, I hung out with my girlfriend. We went to a Kelsey Ballerini concert, which was in Kansas City. Now, I never even heard of her until my girlfriend came along, but she is like a country pop artist, which isn't really my kind of music, but it was actually a really fun concert. It was about an hour and a half, and it was good. She sounded great.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Well, now that we're back at school, there's a lot of things going on campus. We have a career fair coming up.
Do you plan on attending that?
I do not. I already am looking for a job other places, but if that doesn't work out, I might have to.
Yeah, well, where are you looking right now?
I want to work at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Is it because of the food, experience, atmosphere? What is it?
The atmosphere. I love sports, and I want to be a waitress, so I feel like that's the spot to be.
Absolutely. Yeah, right now, I plan on studying in this field, so I probably will attend, see what opportunities there are out there for me, and have fun with it for sure.
Yeah, super exciting.
So, fall break was last weekend, but we had a weekend again, so what'd you do?
This weekend, I don't know. I don't remember. I probably just stayed at home, did some homework. Actually, I do remember. Yeah, I did a lot of homework and laid in my bed. We had a sleepover at my sorority house, so that was super exciting.
For sure. And before the weekend hit, the biggest event, I would say, was probably late night on Friday.
Oh my
Did
gosh,
you attend?
I did. It was so fun. I left before Shaq played, though.
How come? You didn't want to see DJ
No,
Diesel
I did,
live?
but my friends wanted to go. We had other places to be.
That's fair. I got to work it, so I wasn't really there enjoying it as much, but it was really cool to see the banner drop, see all three banners, not just the championship, but I also like to see the players, both boys and women. They played different games. The women played Would You Rather, the men played Simon Says. It was a really fun experience. And then DJ Diesel was definitely like the cherry on top.
Yeah, it looked super fun. I saw so many videos.
It was, and it was loud. My gosh.
Was it?
While even though Shaq breaks boards, he also likes to break stereos and anything musical. I know his board died about twice because it was so loud.
Oh my goodness.
And then there was also so much power that the
Yeah.
scoreboard on the Jumbotron went completely black for like 5 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
So it was very very
show.
interesting, but it was also very fun.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it a
sounds
lot.
super awesome. After the break, we'll be back with Steve Rottinghaus to talk about the career fair.
Hi everyone, I'm Isabel Carroll and I'm here today with Steve Rottinghaus, the Career and Outreach Coordinator. How are you doing today, Steve?
Doing great, thanks for having me.
Yeah, no, thank you so much for being here. So the J School is having our career fair this Thursday, so we would like to ask you a few questions just to get a better feel of what's really going on. So this Thursday.
Correct, 3 days away. Here at Stopper Flint, we'll have 26 companies in the lobby area, and then the rest will be in the Clarkson Gallery. So yeah, 15 in the lobby, 11 in the Clarkson Gallery from 10 to 3.
Sounds good. And then, so what are these companies that are coming? Like, is it more multimedia? Is it more public relations? What's going on?
A great combination. We have TV stations, we have newspapers from Kansas City, Wichita, Topeka. We also have ad agencies, PR firms, communications firms. So pretty much anything you can think of connected to the J School curriculum should be represented at the career fair.
Sounds like there's something here for everyone. So is there anything you need to do to get signed up for the career fair? Can you just show up and come?
Yeah, no pre-registration. I will have a form at the registration table because I just like to track like what years the students are and their majors. But yeah, there's no pre-registration. We're hoping for at least 100 students. We're getting back to our pre-pandemic levels for our career fair. I know in the spring and fall we had about 20 companies. Now we're up to 26. Actually, I had to turn 3 companies away because we're filled to capacity. I guess that's a good problem to have.
I guess that's a good thing, but
yeah.
you know.
And I locked them in until next spring, so they felt bad that they could not be part of this. But yeah, we should have a good mix of pretty much anything you can think of connected to the journalism school.
No, I think this will definitely be a good year for. I'm just talking to all my friends in the J School. I think a lot of people will be attending. So
I hope so. I know there's a lot of talk about fall break, so I hope students are rested and come back rejuvenated. And it's a great fit for everybody. Don't feel like you have to be a junior or senior just to show up, because I think there's some value in the freshman and sophomore being here just to find out what these companies are looking for, making those professional connections, and then like a year from now you can kind of follow back up with them and say, hey, I've got an internship now. I think I'm better prepared. But yeah, it's open to all students, freshmen through seniors, and it's open to the entire university.
Right, like any major. Doesn't have to be just us journalism kids.
Right. In addition to journalism, we have marketing students, business, film and media, English, communications. We have a few political science and psychology. So yeah, it's open up to anybody.
Yeah, no, it sounds like it's a really great opportunity for anyone. So for those who are attending, what's some like good advice you have?
Definitely dress business casual like you would for an interview. It's not a good day to wear your hooded sweatshirts, pajama bottoms.
I'll put those away for Thursday then.
So, and also the event's for 5 hours, but don't feel like you have to be there all 5 hours. I think if you can commit 1 solid hour, make some meaningful connections with like 4 or 5 companies, I think it'll be a good use of your time. Have your resumes, try to bring like 10 to 12. You never know what company might appeal to you. We also have a LinkedIn photo booth. I don't want to forget about that. So from 11 to 2 in the Clarkson Gallery, if you need a headshot for your LinkedIn, your online portfolio.
And it's all free, correct?
It is all free.
Awesome.
I just
Here
had
we
some
go.
student ask me, can I just show up for the LinkedIn photo?
Yeah.
That's fine. So yeah, and also I recommend the students do some research on some companies. All those companies' names are on our website. If you go to the career fair website on the J School, and find out what these companies, where they're located, what their mission statement is. Some of them are part of chains, so don't feel like just because they're from Topeka, Wichita, and Kansas City, Lawrence, that's their only connection, because more than likely they have some other companies they're connected with throughout the U.S.
Yeah, for sure. Like other states, like I saw like some Chicago ones.
Yep, some of them have Chicago, and a lot of those TV stations are part of big chains, so they got bigger markets throughout the country. And that's a great question to ask. Does your company let employees be promoted within the organization?
For sure. And is there any ideas for questions you may have for those students talking
Yeah,
to
it's
those
always
faces?
good to have questions. Before I start there, employers, common questions from employers, like when you approach a table, they'll say, tell me about yourself. That's kind of a go-to interview question. And then they might ask, what do you know about our company? But for students, be asking, first of all, do you have any internships available, like for the spring or summer? What's your hiring process like? Do you see any positions coming open like within the next 6 months, a year? What's the work culture like at your place? How long have you worked there? That's a good question. And what advice do you have to a student, as they prepare to graduate? What should we be doing? What kind of skills we should be developing?
Yeah, no, that's some great advice. I think I will definitely be taking myself as I attend on Thursday. Is there any advice just just have some confidence, stuff like that? Because I guess a lot of us students haven't done something so professional like this before.
It's not meant to be a high-stress situation. Another thing I've learned in my 7 years here, if you feel nervous, if you bring a friend, I found students love that, where two people walk in together, they go, okay, I'm going to go that direction, you go that direction, and then they kind of compare notes. And I think they feel confident about that. I've seen their spirits get boosted, and just having that support, I think that helps a lot. And I'll be there, so if you forget what questions I ask, feel free to use me as a resource.
Well, there we go. Thank you, Steve. Is there anything else you would like to add, or?
No, treat it like you would an interview. Be professional. Again, these companies want to get to know you as much as you want to get to know them. And it should be great weather, so I'm hoping we'll have a good turnout.
Well, thank you. That was so informational. I will definitely be taking those pieces of advice you were given. So, yeah, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Steve.
Hope to see you Thursday.
Welcome back. I'm William.
And I'm Rebecca. This is your Good Evening KU News Update. Russia used kamikaze drones to attack the Ukrainian capital of Kyiv early this morning. The attack targeted the energy generating stations in 3 regions and killing at least 8 people. Ukrainian officials said an additional 37 drones had been destroyed.
Elon Musk says he will continue to fund internet access in Ukraine. SpaceX is the major source of support for Starlink, which provides internet service to the government and military. Musk had said that Starlink was losing money, but has since decided to continue financial support for both internet access and defense against cyber attacks.
A former Kansas police officer of the year has been accused of raping a drunk woman in Dodge City. Guillermo Gutierrez worked for the Dodge City Police Department for 11 years and was named Officer of the Year last May. His attorney maintains his client's innocence and expects a dismissal or acquittal.
A KU assistant professor of physics and astronomy won an $800,000 grant after being named a MacArthur Fellow. Stephen Prohira's research involved a method to detect neutrinos in ice using a radar echo telescope. The grant is a no-strings-attached stipend over a period of 5 years.
Democratic nominee for Kansas Attorney General Chris Mann spoke to KU students last week in Cap Fed Hall. The former graduate and law enforcement officer decided to attend law school after being struck by a drunk driver during a traffic stop. Mann is running for Attorney General to oppose Republican candidate Chris Kobach, whom he calls a threat to democracy.
Basketball season at KU is officially underway with the first showcase their skills for the sellout crowd in Allen Fieldhouse. The highlight of the evening was the dropping of the men's national championship banner and the players receiving their championship rings.
And for more in sports, let's go to Nolan and Anna.
Thanks, Rebecca. It was a busy week for KU athletics. The volleyball team won 2 Big 12 conference matches, and the football team fought to the end against Oklahoma.
Yes, the volleyball team beat both TCU and Texas Tech last week to raise their record to 14-5 overall and 4-3 in the conference. Redshirt freshman Aya Almadi continued her service ace dominance, raising her season total to 30. The Jayhawks travel to West Virginia on Wednesday this week.
The soccer team split 2 home matches last week, knocking off Oklahoma on Thursday and losing to Texas Tech on Sunday. KU is now 8-8 and 1 on the season, but just 1-5 and 1 in the Big 12. The Sunflowers showdown with K-State is this Friday in Manhattan.
The football team lost its second game in a row, falling 52-42 to Oklahoma in Norman. The game was tied at 14-all after the first quarter, but the Jayhawks defense couldn't hold off the powerful Sooner offense, falling behind by as many as 21 points on 2 occasions. While teams in the past might have quit, this KU team kept fighting. Jason Bean's 9-yard touchdown pass to Mason Fairchild with 3.5 minutes remaining closed the gap to 10, but neither team was able to score again.
The highlight of the game was definitely Bean's 39-yard touchdown pass to Lawrence Arnold. Arnold made the circus catch to tie the game at 7 in the first quarter.
The Jayhawks are now 5-2 overall and still need another win to become bowl eligible. The schedule, however, does not get any easier, with road games at Baylor, Texas Tech, and Kansas State, sandwiched around home contests against Oklahoma State and Texas. KU will be in Waco, Texas this week to face the Bears in an 11 a.m. kickoff.
That's for our sports update. Emma is out sick today, so we can't have our great food debates.
So have a great week, Jayhawks, and we'll see you here next Monday.
Rock Chalk, go KU.